I got nailed. My stomach feels sick.
Oh, good try, Heath! Good try, Heath!
No, it's so bad. He's so tall.
Oh, Skinner! Like you're bitching to your mouth.
Hey, that was it.
That was it!
That was a strike.
Don't get too cocky! That was low! Low! That was low! They are.
You better speed up.
For the final game of Reed's baseball season this summer, Reed's team got to play the parents. And I jacked one over the fence. Well, if the Little League fence had been there, I'm pretty sure I'd have got it over the fence. But anyway, the baseball season's over, and the cows are still hanging around our place. But we're making progress on the new property. Well, we probably got the most rain that we've gotten in at least a month or so, which will do wonders for the property next door. I've gotten that dirt so loosened up that it's just horribly dusty over there. I'm having to clean the air filters out on the skid steer and the excavator on a daily basis. So now that we got some rain, I wish I'd gotten some grass seed put down, but I think I'll have another chance to do it before it gets cold. So now that we've gotten this rain, unfortunately, I can't do any work over there because it's just going to be a mud hole the rest of the day. So this is an opportunity to get back on the shop and see if I can't get the stair rail finished up and continue working on the shop out here. In the last week, we've likely gotten close to 2 inches of rain, which is very needed at the moment because of how loose the dirt is on the property next door. And now because it's a little muddy over there, I can't run any equipment, so I might as well get the stair rail finished up. Originally, the plan was to do an iron pipe stair rail like I did inside the house. And then I wanted to incorporate that 1/2-inch chicken wire that I've been holding on to for the last couple of months into the stair rail. At this point, I kind of just need to get the shop finished up. It's dragging on way longer than I anticipated, but I want to be happy with whatever I install, and I think I can still incorporate the chicken wire in a way where it should look pretty cool. Good boy, Willie. You good boy.
Dad,
chasing the wiffle ball down the hill, and he did like a spin, and then he rolled, and he was going like super fast. I was super
He's not quite as coordinated as he could be. In my spare time, I've been working on the property over here, trying to get the last little bit of dirt moved around before I start putting railroad ties in the ground for the new fence that will tie into our old fence and bring the two properties together into one. But once I install the fence, the hill will not be as easily accessible with the heavy equipment, so I'm taking a little bit of time to try and clean this up in a way where once I put some grass seed down, it will hopefully look like it's always been this way. Again, because this is going to be our front yard, I want the pasture to be as smooth as it can be. As the grass comes in, I'll have to mow it to help the grass come in thicker. So again, this is the last chance I feel like I'm going to get to clean the dirt up around where the new fence will end up going. I must say again that the mini excavator skid steer combination is just about unbeatable. I can do basically everything I need to with these two pieces of equipment. So this next week I'm hoping to get the new fence installed across the front of the new property, and once that's done, I'm going to put some grass seed down and hit the ground with a harrow and then wait for next spring. I've invested a whole bunch of time moving dirt from the old property around on the new property, developing a little bit of flat ground where I can, and then using the excess dirt to make more usable pasture. But I think we're finally just about done moving dirt around. Over winter, while I was doing nothing but plowing snow and waiting for the next snowstorm to show up, I started collecting all the attachments that I knew I needed for the skid steer. I wanted attachments that were well built and were going to hold up to the abuse they're going to get around our place. So I picked up a bobcat trencher, but it didn't have the right backing plate on it for my skid steer. You the best dog ever, huh? You the best dog ever. Good boy. You good boy, Willie. One of the best things about a skid steer is you can get just about every attachment you can think of for it. But at the moment, it seems the market is flooded with low quality, inferior skid steer attachments that I bet wouldn't last a day up here doing the kind of work that we do. So for that reason, I've tried to find bobcat specific attachments so they have a better chance of lasting for a while. I bought this trencher knowing I was going to have to do a little bit of work to it to get it to fit my skid steer, because it was originally set up for the smaller bobcat equipment. So I grabbed some scrap steel laying around the place and I'm trying to make it work with what I have. But because I choose to find used good quality equipment as opposed to buying brand new, sometimes the stuff might need a little bit of help, but nothing substantial for this trencher. As I've been looking for different attachments for my skid steer, one of the things I've tried to do is keep in mind what will work on my excavator. At some point, I'm going to modify my auger to fit my excavator so we can easily fence while sitting on the side of our mountain. This trencher attachment is going to get used and used very soon, as I need to run a whole bunch of gas line as well as a whole bunch of water line before the ground freezes and the weather changes. So I wanted to get the trencher up and going first before I worried about anything else. The afternoon summer storms, the thunder and the lightning, they're amazing in our place. But it's also important to know when to go inside.
The dogs crossed the road and followed the daughter north along the eastern side of the city for no more than a few hundred paces. Up to the road, full of stone. A boat stone.
You know, for using nothing but dimensional lumber to build the stair rail out of, I couldn't be happier with how it's turned out. It actually looks really good. Once I get everything painted, it should tie in perfectly. Altogether, using nothing but the 2x4s and the 2x6s to build this stair rail, I have a little over $300 spent on the materials, but I still have quite a bit left. If I had done the iron pipe the way that I had wanted to do it, I probably would have spent a couple $1,000s on pipes and fittings. So using the dimensional lumber has saved us a bunch of money. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna get out here and get it all painted. Then I gotta break it down and put that chicken wire in there somehow. This is taking forever as usual, but I like it. Looks good. So using nothing but the dimensional lumber, it really did turn out amazing. But once it's completely painted, all of the balusters have to be removed. Then I'm going to install the chicken wire, and assuming it looks the way that I want it to look, all the balusters get to go back up. It's a bit of extra work to do this, but I have a feeling it's going to look pretty cool when I'm done, and it should look like it came out of the local chicken coop, which means it'll fit in perfectly. Some of my wife's chickens prefer to walk through the mess in my shop and wait by the back door until I open that door up and let them in with their friends. The chickens have me trained pretty well also. There's still quite a few projects to get done around here, and the weather's changing, and I still haven't gotten anywhere near enough firewood cut up and prepared for winter. And then if I can find the time, there's the rock retaining wall behind our house that I need to dive into as well. And in spite of what seems to be happening in the rest of the world, it seems as though this summer was actually a pretty mild summer compared to past summers. And that makes me a tiny bit nervous after the winter that we had last year. So hopefully, I've got all my ducks in a row when it comes to keeping the snow under control this winter. We again wanted to say thank you for coming back week after week and watching our videos. It means a lot to us. On our next video, we're going to get back to the propane gas line and see if we can't get the old propane tank disconnected. And in the middle of all that, I'm going to hang the insulation in the bedrooms and the bathrooms, get the drywall hung where it needs to be hung in those bedrooms, and keep chipping away at the shop, doing everything I can to get it finished up. Please, whatever you do, don't forget how much I hate painting. We will see you in a week.